For the wrath of God is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men, who by their unrighteousness suppress the truth. For what can be known about God is plain to them, because God has shown it to them. This is the first week of opening your home.
Now, interestingly enough, you may not realize this, but in practically every chapter of the Bible, and if not every chapter, at least every book, God shows his hospitality in some way to humanity. Just think about the main story of the Old Testament. Who are the main characters in the Old Testament? Of course, you have God and Israel, the people of Israel. Think about when the people of Israel were in Egypt, or even how they got to Egypt. We think about Egypt as just simply a bad place, a place where they were slaves. But the fact that they were even there was God's hospitality. Remember, there was a severe famine. And the people of Israel, before they officially became the people of Israel, they were running out of food. And God provided for them by bringing them to Egypt so that they could eat. Now, 400 years later, they became slaves in Egypt. And again, God provided his hospitality to them by rescuing them from the land of Egypt. And they spent a considerable amount of time walking in the desert. What did God do for them while they were in the desert? Yeah, gave them food and clothing. God provided for them. He showed hospitality while they were in the wilderness. But that culminated, just hold it a second, that culminated in God bringing them to the promised land and giving them their own land and providing hospitality for them there. And they enjoyed wealth, health, a certain degree of freedom. And then God intended then to use the people of Israel to show his hospitality to the surrounding nations.
For although they knew God, they did not honor him as God or give thanks to him. But they became futile in their thinking, and their foolish hearts were darkened. Claiming to be wise, they became fools, and exchanged the glory of the immortal God for images resembling mortal man, and birds, and animals, and creeping things. If you would like more information on the .w discipleship groups, visit dotheword.org.
Hear the word, do the word. .w